Yo, what's going on? It's Shiraq. Welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm trying this new thing where I actually upload YouTube videos to the channel I have, and this is the second video I'm recording today, but I'm gonna upload this one on a different day. And let's get into it. The video is basically figuring out if all black people think the same. Jubilee, you're familiar with the format. Let's get into it. First, I would say, for the most part, black people do kind of think and believe very similarly. Obviously, there's major differences, but for the most part, we just be chilling, bro.
All black people aren't going to be the same.
Cool,
Facts.
I agree with you.
Facts.
And that's why I'm in the disagree column.
Facts.
I don't need that kind of foolishness
Facts.
around the
All right,
children.
let's fight. What's up?
He said, let's fight, bro. We're ready to square up. I wonder where this warehouse is, bro. California, I'm trying to pull up one day. I like how they got like different shades of black over there represent. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
I enjoy fried chicken.
I feel personally attacked. I feel attacked. Why is that the first question? Jubilee, are you trying to tell us something? I personally feel attacked. That's hurtful. I mean, yeah, obviously we all enjoy chicken, but you don't have to like put us on blast like that. Come on. Bro, and I actually feel like all of them are actually gonna go to the agree side. All right, you guys ready? I'm gonna hit play on 3 so we can see if they all go on the agree side. 1, 2, 3. What are you saying?
2, 1.
What are you saying? What? Now I'm the one being racist against my own people. I actually did expect her to go to agree. What don't you like about chicken, bro? To be honest, I never understood that. How could you not like chicken? Like, what's there to dislike about chicken, bro? Honestly, maybe that's just my blackness speaking, but I personally feel everybody should love chicken. Like, there's nothing to dislike about it, bro.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
I thoroughly enjoy fried
Exactly,
chicken.
bro.
I love it. You know, I understand the stereotypes
Yeah.
about it and all that kind of stuff, but I love it.
Facts.
I just don't really like fried food. I'm not really a fan of chicken.
What?
Never ate it, so.
You've
She
never
don't
had
count.
fried chicken?
She's light-skinned.
I have
She don't
had
count.
it. I don't enjoy it. I don't really eat fried foods. I try to eat
Avoid
pretty
it.
healthy, so.
There is nothing wrong with white people wearing dreads.
There's nothing.
3, 2, 1.
Somewhat agree. Somewhat agree. I mean, I honestly think there's nothing wrong with it, but it depends on the situation. If it's some Brandon-ass kid from the suburbs who's never been around that type of culture and just one day decided to wear dreads, that can seem a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Idiotic, because he doesn't understand the shit about the dreads. Like, he's not a part of the culture. But if it's someone white who always grew up around black people that had dreads, then obviously if the man is rocking it, he's rocking it, bro. But I feel somewhat agree. I think I agree. It's cool for them to wear dreads. It just depends on the situation. Obviously, if there was a Brandon that had on dreads, it wouldn't make sense to go after them. They can do it, but people are just going to look at them in a funny way.
I feel like I'm always on the wrong side of the road. Look, I'm with you.
Would you guys be offended if I had dreads, since I'm biracial, since I'm half black and half white? So where is the line? Like, if someone's a quarter black?
I'm not gonna sit there and come to your face and be like, you're not 100% black, therefore you can't. Like, that's not my place. However, if you're a white person and you have dreads in your hair, it's like, what does that mean to you? And you're not even wearing them right. Like, you don't even wash them.
I just don't see how a race can own a hairstyle. To be honest, like, hair is
hip.
hair. There's all kinds of hairstyles in Africa. I still don't think that like a single race group can say, this one hairstyle, nobody else can do it but me.
A race shouldn't own a hairstyle, but I honestly think it depends on the situation. Like, you shouldn't wear or partake in something that you don't understand.
Kanye West is invited to the cookout.
Kanye West, bro.
3, 2, 1.
Yes, he is. Hear me out. I actually don't know. That man said yes to Hitler, so he's definitely not.
This cookout needs to just.
What? I'm actually surprised 2 people agree with this. Now, let's hear what they gotta say. This dude said he wants to bring back Hitler. He literally said the words, I agree with Hitler. He has some smart things to say. What? Now, let's hear what they thinking, bro.
Die. Like, no more cookouts. Nah, bruh, just go home. Like, there ain't no cookout.
I'm sorry, I strongly agree because I don't like the idea of perpetuating this concept that all black people have to be the same and think the same and act the same. I don't think he's fully understood. People like Kanye are creatives and he uses like creative
this video
speech.
gotta be
and some people
before
just take him
the
at face
Hitler
value
stuff.
or like kind of
It
like
gotta
a
be
literal
before
sense
the
of what he's
Hitler
saying.
stuff,
And if
'cause
you
how
did
can
that,
someone
every
agree with
creative
this?
could be taken the wrong way.
I disagree with that, Deep. Like, I don't think that he's so creative and that his words are being misinterpreted. Like, he's making very specific phrases, like black people chose to be slaves. That's completely untrue, and in my
That's kinda
opinion, that's just
ridiculous, bro.
unacceptable.
Nobody
But I think
chooses to be a slave.
that's people misunderstanding what he's saying. I
How
really
would you
don't think he's
interpret
trying
that,
to.
though?
How exactly?
How do you interpret that?
No, I think what he's saying is there's a mindset where you know where like
Here, so okay, like he
You
was
don't
trying to
even
say
know
it
what
in the
it.
terms
Nah,
of like
I can't let this continue. That's kind of idiotic, bro. Black people did not choose to be slaves. He's trying to say that Kanye West meant like mentally in today's society, black people are choosing to be slaves. But that's not what Kanye said. He blatantly stated that black people chose to be slaves. He wasn't talking about today. He was talking about back then, which is kind of an idiotic statement. You're saying that black people chose to be tied up, kidnapped from their home, put on a boat and brought into a country and treated as lesser than? Come on,
you know, it was a choice for you to stay there when you knew that you could have done whatever else to get out, and maybe you would have ended up dead, but it would have been better than
what else could slaves have done? Like swim back to Africa, bro? What?
So I don't. It's not like I'm. Whoa.
This is not your This negates the millions of people who did.
don't you believe that today there are people whose mindset they're corporate slaves or they're people.
But you gotta
That's
be
a
careful
valid
with the
point.
language you use. Kanye's
But
an
that's not
artist.
what
He's
Kanye
a
was
lyricist.
talking about.
So you can't say stuff like that because
he's using
some people
metaphors.
haven't learned their history yet. And some people don't know that it was millions and millions and millions of blacks who fought oppression, who fought slavery.
But you're right in that he needs to be more conscious of his word choice because there's not everybody who's going to understand that.
And that's why I say
yeah.
somebody as smart as Kanye, I think he's doing this for shock value and for money. And if he's doing that, he's setting people back. And that's why I can't rock with him on that.
What scares me is the second somebody speak in PC or not, or they're able to articulate what they're trying to say well or not, that they're excluded from cookouts and from a culture and from your identity. And I think that's scary because I'll tell you right now, the more we treat people who are different and isolate ourselves even, I think the worse it is for us long term. And to be honest, we're gonna drive more and more people to have closeted feelings and emotions. And this goes back to people saying like would you rather have a racist next to you that's hiding it, or would you rather have a racist next to you that's letting you know how they feel and you know where they're coming from?
Cool, and I agree with you. And that's why I'm in the disagree column. He can come eventually once we have some conversations. But right now, I don't need that kind of foolishness around the children.
Exactly. He wants to square.
Target black men and women.
I think that used to be true, but not anymore. There's definitely a select few, but police don't target black people specifically in 2023. I think that's an absurd statement.
I said strongly agree. It was created to monitor the minority in the group. Back in the day, it was the Irish, it was Italians, and so it's ingrained into the system of policing. And that's the problem. I think we have to reframe what policing is now. And until we do that, it will always be targeting people of color because that's what it was created to do.
I see it as like there's a little bit of a socio-economic piece to it. It's like kind of saying the SEC mostly prosecutes white people. Through like years of institutional racism, you know, where there's poverty and there's communities that are kind of like have created this like perfect storm of issues, like whether it's legal issues, people robbing each other, selling drugs or whatnot. You know, the idea is if you police that neighborhood more, you're gonna have more of them arrested.
Can I ask you, Deep? Can I ask you, like, do you feel like there are equal amount of arrests happening on Wall Street than there are happening in the hood?
Of course.
Like the white collar like crimes I do think that they're less like monitored and less, but without having all the data that I need. But I do feel that they don't suffer as much consequence
They don't.
when they commit crimes.
That's very true.
Yeah.
You got to look at the prison industrial complex here
Those
too
are
in the
valid
U.S. That's huge business. So, and if you look at a group of citizens that have been perceived as no value having to society or whatever, okay, boom, we're gonna push them, we're gonna pipeline them into that system.
Yeah, and I also think that, you know, the qualifications to become a police officer are so low. And it's like, my life is literally in your hands, man.
really
Like,
not.
if
It's
I get
really
pulled
low.
over, maybe that will be the day that I go home to be with the Lord. And I think that that's really tough for me because you don't want to be distrustful of the police. But they're so incredibly distrustful of us that it's like, you could literally kill me.
My father worked in law enforcement, and he's a black man. So there are some law enforcement officers that don't feel that way. However, I think a lot of it does have to do with fear and the fear of black people. So I think that if we kind of address that fear level and that we didn't portray black people, especially black men, as, you know, big, scary guys, that would change a lot of stuff.
I act differently around people who aren't black.
Agree.
3, 2,
Agree.
1.
Agree, bro. What?
You moonwalking? Which one? How you gonna moonwalk? Which one are you going?
Code switching, bro. Everybody
I
code
agree
switch.
that I act differently around people that aren't black just because, like, corporate America doesn't want to hear me talking, doesn't want to hear me speaking in slang, and I am not happy about it. Like, I wish that it was different, but I feel like I need to do to fit into that group.
I strongly disagree. I am me wherever I go. I'm a proud black man, and I'm gonna speak my truth every day of the week. If you don't like it, shit, it ain't on me, that's on you.
what's
And
up.
I feel like it's a disservice
Block 'em,
to
block 'em.
anyone I'm around if I'm not being my authentic self. Because my white friends might wanna hang out with me because I'm black. They want some flavor. So if I go in being something totally different, then,
There's two
hey,
different things. There's different things. One thing is, are you changing yourself or are you changing how you're communicating who you are? And I'm changing how I'm communicating who I am, and I still remain the same.
Like, do you have a white voice?
do I have a white voice? I know code. I'm a black man, trust me. Every black person growing up in America can code switch.
Yes,
Then
bro.
you gotta move a little bit.
But no, but here's the thing. The question
Bro,
was,
my code switching is impeccable, bro. It's impeccable. I do it off the rip, bro. Sometimes I code switch and I don't even realize I'm doing it. Intelligent, bro. I'm different with it.
do I act different when I'm in different surroundings? And no. But see, how would I ever be accepted if I'm always code switching? That means I'm always acquiescing to something else. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
a valid
So
point,
in order to
but-
be accepted, you got to bring you.
Do you guys
Sometimes
when
you
say
gotta
switch,
code
do you mean
switch.
You change the actual words you say, or do you mean you change the tone of your voice?
Soon.
I try-
She's definitely white, bro. She's not light skinned. She's white. What kind of question is that? Who doesn't know what code switching is?
How I say it, and I change what I say.
Yeah.
I'll walk into a business meeting different than how I walk into the basketball court.
Facts.
So that's me changing to fit the scenario to benefit the end goal.
Yeah,
And I don't,
exactly. And that's not, what's it called? Denying your black identity. That's just like adjusting to certain situations. Like, for example, how you would talk to a kid differently than a friend. Something like that. You could say in itself, that's a bit of code switching right there.
view that as a negative. I view that as me focusing on what the end goal is.
Yeah.
But I feel like American society has made black people operate in that fashion. Because nobody asks white people to code switch. They can be white in America, China, wherever. They accept it. We're around like Visa. But I'm the only one that has to go around and say, oh, hi, how you doing?
I am proud to be black. 3, 2, 1.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Well, all right, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Hand clap for y'all. Yeah.
I'm glad that we all strongly agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that, you know, we can have these discussions and like still go home knowing that we're family, and I love being black. I love that blackness is expressed many different ways. It's not just one way.
I'm proud to be biracial. I'm
I'm
proud of
starting
my
to cringe.
immigrant half, proud of my black half. My ancestors
I'm starting
bought
to
their
cringe,
own
yo.
freedom from slavery.
Yeah, I love being black. I wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, yeah, it presents its challenges, but I couldn't fathom being something else. So I am very proud to be an African American here in America. Yeah. This was fun.
Thank you.
Good job, guys.
The comment section is going to be blown up on these topics
It
alone.
wasn't bad. I'm not gonna lie. It was smooth. It was good. It was good. It was actually kind of interesting to think about. But I'm still butthurt that not all black people agree to liking chicken. I know it's a stereotype, but to hell with them, bro. Chicken is delicious. Own it.